Some combos just don't go together. Sandals and socks, orange juice and toothpaste, alcohol and texting your ex. Maybe some weird things come out of that one, I don't know. Not with me, guys, not with me. No. But I'll tell you an unholy combination that does go together. Fresh, sweet. Put that together and you've got a recipe for a fragrance that people are gonna go absolutely crazy for. Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Everything I talk to you about is gonna be linked in the description below. We are doing straight up fresh and sweet monsters today. Except for that one right there. We'll get to that one. Where do we start? Let's start with just something completely nuts. This right here, Noble Red by Fragrance World. Yes, for a split second there, For a split second there, I almost screwed up the name. Why is that? Because, look at it. Noble Red is a clone of a clone. That's right, it is full-on cloneception. That's what this is. Obviously, it looks very similar to one Nitro Red by Dumont Paris, which by the way, Nitro Red also would absolutely fit into today's list. I just wanted to highlight this one again because it's kind of weird. So they legitimately just took a look at Nitro Red and how successful it was, and they said, you know what? I don't even care that that's a clone because turns out I'm a clone brand.
I'm gonna clone it.
And they did, right down to the look of the bottle and everything. Now Nitro Red, super successful, really popular. Smells similar to a little Paco Rabanne Invictus or Invictus Aqua with a smattering, a smidge, a sprinkle of Baccarat Rouge 540 along the edges. And that's exactly what this is. Ultra similar to Nitro Red, and depending on where you live on this orb, shooting through space, Noble Red might be actually easier to find and cheaper too. Because some places Nitro Red can actually be jacked up in price, and that's one of the things with clones. You want them here, low price. High price clone, that's not as much fun. And so certain places, Noble Red is easier to find for much less, and the quality is just as good. So if for any reason you want a clone of Nitro Red, you can get Noble Red. It'll do the exact same thing. People absolutely love it. Ultra versatile, easy to wear. Now, since I started with the red bottle, I'm gonna keep going with the red bottle. The next one, Ultra Red by Rabanne, formerly known as Paco Rabanne. They're gonna pull a full-on Prince, and in the future, it's not even gonna be known as Rabanne, it's just gonna be a symbol. What would their symbol be? I'm not sure. Would it be just the 1 million bar? Or would they go with like the robot from Phantom, or maybe the Invictus trophy? I don't know, one of those. So Ultra Red, this right here, as I've talked about before, used to be impossible to find. Also really weird atomizer there. You just squeeze it like a staple gun or something. But this was impossible to find, and it was expensive, really expensive, like prohibitively expensive, $300 plus on eBay essentially. But it has been available at discounters for years now for like 30 bucks and change. So nowadays, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fragrance itself, a little bit similar to Ultra Zest from Mugler, which is long discontinued, and that one still is really expensive. So this is gonna get you kind of in that wheelhouse. It does lean more to the sweet side than it does the fresh side. It does have freshness in there from citrus off the top, but definitely more on the sweet side. You can see in the note breakdown why it is on the sweeter side of things, because along with that citrus off the top, you also have praline, tonka, and vanilla, along with a touch of patchouli, which also can come across a little chocolatey. Solid performance for me, something that stands out nowadays, because Ultra Zest, which you can maybe make out right over here in this direction. Am I pointing at the right spot? I don't know. Is that better? Is that closer? But even though it smells a little similar to Ultra Zest back there, Ultra Red kind of stands apart, stands alone nowadays. What next? Let's go blue. Blue. We went from red to blue. So Acqua Essenziale Blue by Salvatore Ferragamo. Another one pretty cheap from discounters. Not gonna run up your mortgage bill. Why would you, what? If you're taking out a second mortgage to pay for your fragrances, you got a problem. Please stop buying fragrances. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Spritz, spritz. This one's got citrus, cardamom, lavender, a little bit of woodiness as it dries down, and it is vaguely similar to Dylan Blue from Versace. Also has a good dose of tonka, so that's gonna give you that sweet aspect to go along with those fresher notes that come before it. You can think of this as a versatile anytime blue fragrance, daytime, nighttime use, doesn't really matter, that you can pick up on the cheap and get the same use out of as you would something from Dior or Chanel. And Ferragamo in general is a fragrance brand that's gonna give you a lot of quality for the low price that they go for at discounters. Ferragamo probably not super pleased about that everything they release seems to be marked off immediately like 70%, but that's a win for us. All right, this next one, I gotta tell you, it ain't strong. It's not strong, bro. It's right here in my hand. Trying not to say too many mean things, you know, it's right here. I don't want it to hear and come for me in the middle of the night. But longevity, it's okay for the type of fragrance it is. It's okay. Projection, not super strong. But I will say it is inexpensive, so you don't have to pay much to get it, which means, you know what? Drown yourself in it. Like, don't literally drown yourself, figuratively drown yourself in it. Mini sprays, who cares? Go wild. Because if you need to buy another bottle, you can for a low price. Now, it's fine now, as I mentioned, because it's cheap now, but there was a time where it was kind of hard to find. You know, it was all over the place and the price was going, and the fragrance is this one. Mandarina Duke Vida Loca for him. Yeah, you don't want to get the other one, get it confused. Vida Loca for him. Mandarina, that didn't work. What was I trying to do there? Mandarina Duck does cheapies, essentially. And gotta be honest, a lot of them suck. And when I say suck, I mean maximum suckitude. I'm talking King Donko of Punchstania levels of suckage. Just not great, just low quality. If you know where King Donko comes from, good on you. So yeah, essentially with Mandarina Duck, they will release a number of fragrances. They'll have like 3, 4 in a row that are just trash, just not good. And then they'll randomly come out with something every once in a while where you're like, this is actually solid. Oh, the next one's crap again. Oh, I don't know even like what other fragrance house to compare it to because it does that so consistently. So this one, it's gonna hit you with kind of a Le Beau type feel. So we're talking Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Beau, Le Beau Eau de Toilette, kind of in that wheelhouse, has a little pineapple in there as well. So it's really nice, fresh, tropical, super appealing, easy to wear, a compliment puller, and it does smell quite similar to an extremely popular designer fragrance out there. It's really just that performance you gotta look out for, but if you pick it up on the cheap, it's not as big of a deal. Why did I slam that on the table like that? Sorry if I hurt your ears. Before we head to the next fragrance, which is one that I personally love that's also very affordable, I want to share with you guys those codes once again to save money with those updates. Gift Express, Gents 15, it will save you 15% off as long as your order is over $250. If it's not, it's a 10% off code. The JOMASHOP codes have changed. They only work within the JOMASHOP app, but you can plug them in there, save yourself some money if you're looking for some fragrances at a discount from JOMASHOP. Then of course, there are the codes for the perfume box, which is a fantastic discounter, as well as many other stores. So use those anytime that you shop for your fragrances. Okay, so the next one, as I said, I love it. It's about 40 bucks at discounter, sometimes less, but it is a little bit misunderstood. It is Kenzo Aqua. Kind of a cool bottle, has this like wave design to it. Now, the name, like I said, Aqua. That really doesn't leave too much to the imagination, does it? Like you hear that and you think, okay, cool. It's gonna be something like, I don't know, Missoni Wave, right? It's very safe to assume that Kenzo Aqua would be a watery, clean, fresh, aquatic. But it's really not. At least not in the sense that most people would think of when they think aquatic. So in actuality, the fragrance that it's probably most similar to is 1 Million Lucky. It has hazelnut along with aquatic notes, so technically it does have those in there, but it has hazelnut, it's got tonka, it has apple, bergamot, woody notes, and a bit of pink pepper as well. So you get this great mixture of sweet and fresh that commands attention that pretty much nobody is using. That's about 40 bucks. And as long as you don't mind the type of sweetness that this one has, again, a little similar to 1 Million Lucky, I think it's actually kind of a hidden gem. So Kenzo Aqua, gotta mention that one. And after that, Yellow Dream. This is, of course, Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Yellow Dream, and there are a lot of different Born in Roma fragrances that would fit into today's list. Coral Fantasy, that one would work. I think even Born in Roma Intense, the original Born in Roma, Green Extravaganza, that one would work. Yellow Dream, though, is the first one that I thought about. And to me, it's maybe the one that best combines those aspects. So it's a little similar to something like Stronger With You, which, what isn't at this point? I feel like all the different heads of the fragrance brands get together and they essentially just get completely hammered and they're like, dude, I got a great idea. But shut up, you can't tell any of the other fragrance dudes. So, you know how Stronger With You is popular, dude. So much money. I'm gonna copy it. They won't know it hit them. Douches. It's like they all do that together and they forget that they did it, and then they go into their board meeting the next day and they're like, guys, I have got a great idea. My head is killing me. We're gonna copy Stronger With You, but wait, with our own twist. Yes. So that's what's going on. It's got that familiarity, if you are familiar with Stronger With You, but it has a nice freshness to it. It has ginger in here, gingerbread as well, pineapple also. And that makes it so much easier to pull off in like spring or even summer if you wanted to, but it also doubles as a very nice fragrance during fall and winter time. Big compliment puller, just a great little release if you're looking for something extremely easy to wear that has the unholy combo of fresh and sweet. I don't know why I called it unholy combo. It's like the holy combo if you're after compliments. Now the next one is super obvious, but just because it's obvious does not mean it's not true. These can be the same. They're obvious and true, yes. Aeros, Eau de Toilette. So I'd say also Aeros Flame. That one work in here just as well. Now this is gonna lean maybe a little more toward the sweet side than fresh, but it is undeniably a fresh scent at the same time. So you have mint in here, you have apple, got this like ambroxany vanilla as it dries down, but it has a nice aromatic flair as well. So it does not actually go as overdosed toward the sweet side as a lot of people will make out, which is kind of the same thing with 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, the original 1 Million. Yes, definitely sweet, but it has other things going on. You know, it's not just like only bubble gum and then that's it. Same thing here, great versatility. People love Aeros, which is why it is one of the best-selling men's fragrances, period. Even after it's been out for quite a while, still very popular, and the flankers keep on coming. Or at least they finally keep on coming, I should say, because for a while there, it really didn't. We're going back to Rabanne once more, this time Invictus Platinum. It's got little wings on it, man. That's cool. That's like, cool. I don't know. Wings are cool, I guess, something. Get wing tattoos, get a leather jacket with wings on it, something. And you also got your little trophy bottles with wings now, nice. So this came out pretty close to the time of Bad Boy Cobalt, and actually smells fairly similar to Bad Boy Cobalt. It's almost like a Mari Povich kind of situation where, you know, those two babies come out, two different parents, two different companies anyway, Herrera and Rabanne, and you look at it and you go, I think something's up here. I think we need to call in Mari Povich and go ahead and test these two fragrances. Who's the real father here? Oh, Puig, okay. Oh. Puig, yeah, that makes sense. So you got mint in here, you've got grapefruit, you have absinthe, which is kind of an interesting note, and then lavender and some woods as well. So it is fresh and sweet, but it has more of an aromatic touch to it, a little green. Still really wearable, people love it, and slightly more under the radar than Bad Boy Cobalt. So earlier in this video, I was a little rude to a fragrance on this table here, and it's time to reveal that fragrance. It's this one, Dior M Parfum. This is the new Dior M Parfum in the new, highly refined, smaller looking bottle. Now, there's much that you can say and much that can be made about Dior changing around the Dior M line, but honestly, they've consistently changed that line over the years, so it's not really anything new at this point. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be upset about it, I'm just saying they have a habit of doing this. So this is the new Parfum, made to be more accessible, more wearable, more versatile than the outgoing Dior M Parfum. Whew. Now when this new one opens up, it does have iris. It's more of a fresh, sweet iris. A little tiny itty bitty bit creamy, but nothing like the iris from before. It has actually a nice amount of freshness off the top, way more than you would expect from a Dior M Parfum, especially if you're comparing it to the original Dior M Parfum, which was never going to be confused with a fresh scent at all. So this one, much more fresh, much more wearable initially. As it dries down, more sweetness comes out, so that's where that fresh sweet combo comes. Pretty good versatility. You'd use it more fall, winter, spring, day or evening, and it has drawn comparisons to a number of other popular fragrances out there, like this one or this one or that one. And along with those, it has been compared to many others. So it's that type of fragrance that, yes, it's doing its own thing, but you could say that it took a look at the overall landscape of fragrances and went like, well, let's do something that kind of fits right in there. Because that's the idea brands have a lot of times, where they see different things that are working and they go, we need something that competes with those. You know, I want a little slice of that pie right there. And there you go. Now that's 9 fragrances down. I have 2 more to go, so I'm just gonna kind of put them together, even though they have absolutely nothing to do with one another. That sounds like a great plan. Myself, Absolute, Rare Reef from OFFN. What did I say the brand name like that? OFFN. Nobody says it like that. OFFN. So Rare Reef is their newest one in their, I guess, rare line of fragrances, we'll call it. And it's a bit similar to Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton with a little twist. Fragrance itself smells very nice. You've got a lot of different fruity notes off the top. So you've got mint, you have citrus, you have black currant. It's a little bit tart, it's fresh, it's enlivening, it's bright. As it dries down, you've got apricot, a little bit of woodiness, some fig that comes out. Quality very good, as you would expect from most OFFN releases. Spring, summertime, absolutely fantastic. Price point as of this video is like mid 40s. And as time goes on, I would imagine that's gonna drop down a little bit. And as it does, this becomes an absolute steal. And then, of course, the new Myself Absolute. So this one has a nice combo of fresh and sweet, a little bit of a zing off the top, a nice pop of brightness, really well done, and actually just as good as the original Myself in terms of pulling positive attention, if not a little bit better, because it is ever so slightly bolder. It's maybe not quite as, I don't know if smooth is the word, because this is a smooth fragrance, it's blended well, but it just has more of like a brightness, a little more of a jumpiness off your skin. Whereas the original Myself, that one is a little bit creamier, almost a little bit more subdued. Absolutely fantastic, the original Myself in terms of compliments, but this one right there with it. So there we go. There are some fragrances that have that combo, the fresh, the sweet, both of them put together for you, that just make people go nuts. And a lot of these are on the cheaper end as well, especially, of course, if you're shopping at discounters. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here today. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.